What's going on, guys? Orange Hood back again, and today we're continuing our Sonic journey with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, one of my favorite childhood games as a kid. Haven't played that much on this console though. Got a couple of runs though, definitely the most runs I've made on anything. Keep it classic, Sonic and Tails, you know? That's what we're gonna do for this. And because we still had the Chaos Emeralds from the last one, we get them continuing over from this game. I'm sure I'm happy that I don't have to collect those again. Wait, what the fuck? Who the fuck you, Knuckles? Honestly, okay, anyways, that was the introduction to this game's character, Knuckles the Echidna. Beloved Sonic character. But in this game, he's a bit of a dick. As you saw that, broke into this game's version of the special stage. A lot of people think that this is the best version of the special stages. You know, you gotta find them around the map, in comparison to you know, just getting 50 rings. I like that, but I don't like the blue spheres. I know, sacrilege, I believe, but don't like the blue spheres, because I always struggled with them as a kid, simple as, just childhood PTSD. So, you get the blue spheres, they turn red. If you hit a red one, game over. That's it, buddy. You gotta go find yourself another special stage. You can't redo it, unless you're in, you know, the new gen stuff. But original system, you get a red, that's over, man. As you notice, the big ones turn into rings. Collect all those rings and you'll get a continue, but considering this is Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you don't need to get a continue. You get all of the blue spheres in a stage, and then you are rewarded with your Chaos Emerald. This one, we got the green one. I believe I find 4 in Angel Island. But basically, the story for this game is Sonic and Tails are just out exploring, find some find this island which conveniently has the Death Egg on it, and Sonic and Tails decide to explore. And Knuckles is obviously the character I mentioned before. He is none the wiser of who we are. He thinks we've come to steal his beloved treasure. Now, I mentioned this in Sonic 2, but every act has a boss now. Not every zone. Every zone usually has one boss, which is the final stage of that zone. But Sonic 3 and Knuckles introduced something new. Every act has got a boss now, which I really like. Also, come down here, spin dash ignore, to find our second special stage. As we progress through the special stages, they do get a little bit harder. Because one of the gimmicks, if you would, is it speeds up the longer you're in the special stage. So you could stay in here for forever, there's no time limit. But obviously, as long as you just don't hit a red sphere. Sometimes that's played to the advantage, but then obviously because the game speeds it up, if you're in here for too long, it could become a real problem. Actually, I wonder what the fastest, like, you can get is in a special stage in one of these. But as I said in the beginning, thought I'd keep this nice and classic, you know, Sonic and Tails. Because Tails is part of this adventure. And in this, you know what? He isn't a dick, as far as I can remember. But yeah, it's pleasant. It's a nice change of pace. This was also the game back in 1993 where they introduced the ability where Tails could fly you around, which was something that's been continued on for a couple of games, you know, like Sonic Heroes. Can't think of any other games off the top of my head other than Sonic Heroes, but Sonic 4 Episode 2, they included that in it, you know. And then obviously, when the remakes of these games came out, they decided to introduce that feature in earlier games, such as Sonic 2. But as you noticed, that thing set this entire island on fire. And that's no good. Up here is a lightning shield, one of this game's gimmicks. I really like the lightning shield, it's consistent moving forward. It attracts rings to you, and you get a double jump. What I've got now is the flame shield. The flame shield makes you impervious with fire, so you won't get hit by it. But because Tails was hitting him, my hit went through, and it counted as me just getting hit for it, which is kind of irritating. But yeah, you are impervious to fire, you can't get hit, and you get like a quick little dash in the air, which is quite nice. And there is also one more shield, which, in my opinion, is the second best shield. Spin dash down here, third special stage. But yes, the third shield, which we haven't seen yet, is the Aqua Shield, or the Water Shield. It does what it says on the tin. It gives you a water feature, which allows you to breathe underwater, which is amazing. Everyone who's played the original Sonic games will know the struggle of having to manage, you know, your water breathing and get into the air bubbles and stuff. That completely removes it from the equation. You don't have to worry about it because you can breathe up to 9 minutes 59 if you wished, because 10-minute level cap. It also gives you a bounce as well, so you can reach higher areas. You don't necessarily need Tails if you've got that. Obviously, you will if you're trying to go up like a kilometer, but if it's just to get up to a little ledge, you don't need Tails for that, which is quite nice. But my favorite is the Lightning Shield. The Lightning Shield is my favorite, especially if we are our boy Supersonic, because the rings deplete the longer you're Supersonic. You know, if you're Supersonic, you got 50 rings, they'll start going to 49, 48. But if you got the Lightning Shield, the rings are attracted to you, so you can technically stay a Supersonic for as long as you want. And there's Chaos Emerald number 3. I think the only Chaos Emerald I really struggle with is Emerald 7. And that's purely because, the formation it's in, I just couldn't find, like, the last 4. But we'll talk about that later. Also, this is a weird glitch which I've never experienced before. And I get the Aqua Shield just to lose it, which kind of sucks. But you meant to spin dash to that. I didn't realize you could jump over it. That little water section there, you turn around and you go far to the left. There's a free 1-up, if you're missing it, if you need them. I was a bit in disbelief there because I've never actually managed to spin dash off of that up there. I'm just jamming out while I'm listening to this music, because Sonic 3&Knuckles has probably got one of my favorite original soundtracks. Well, the original one has. I know a lot of people don't mind the Origins Plus version of 3&Knuckles. I hate it. I don't like it, but I prefer the original way the songs were composed. Come down here, special stage number 4. This one, I always make sure I find these ones first, because when you're going at, like, Mach 3 or whatever, it's so difficult to try and jump over that. For me, anyways, I really struggle to jump over that. So I always get those ones out the way, nice and done, nice and easy, because then I can just focus on the line ones. I remember, I never actually, like, I wouldn't often go out of my way to get Super Sonic in this game because I hated the blue spheres, but because I wanted to get all of the trophies for Sonic Mania, and one of the trophies for that requires you to get all of the gold medals in blue spheres, I ended up, like, researching all of the different special stages that you would need to do to get a good rank in Sonic Mania. So I practiced the ever-loving shit out of these. Like, they're embedded in my brain. Physics? Nah. English literature? Nah. Chaos Emerald runs? Yeah. Now, you're about to watch me fail. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just use Tails to cheat. And I tried cheating, and it does not work. Because Karma does bite me in the ass. I go, oh yeah, I can do that. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you. And I'm like, yeah, Tails could just fly me up there, right? Tails can just, like, fly me up there, get right up to the end. Oh, no, fuck you. Oh, double fuck you. And at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it the way I was meant to do it. I'm out of rings. I don't want to take an L. We ain't looking to die here, you know? Just trying to have a good time in the first stage. Better look at the Aqua Shield for all of 10 seconds because I didn't want to press the spin dash button for some reason. Now, hidden up there with the monkey is a Flame Shield. Now, the Flame Shield is very useful for what's coming up. I know there was some flickering lights there above that checkpoint post. We will explore that in a later video. I don't think I'll do it here, but later video. Don't mind me just trying to get Tails brutally murdered with the tactical nukes. Come on, come on. There we go. Just one still satisfy me. You know what? I'm gonna try and go for a second one. As I was saying, the Flame Shield is really useful for this boss because you can get it done. You can one-cycle it. You don't have to wait for it to like move around. You can just literally kill it within the first 10 seconds of it being there. But because I have Tails, and I know how much Tails likes to do me like that, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna play it safe. Standard 8 hits once more. Careful, Tails. Fucking hell, almost fell off the map there. Holy shit. Don't want to do that now. I actually quite like you in this game, so please, behave. But yeah, because I know Tails can sometimes get me killed there, I just prefer to play the safe method. Let's continue on. Wait a minute. What the... Oh, great. It's this motherfucker's back. Oh, fuck you! Son of a bitch, Knuckles! He has no idea that we're trying to save him, and the person that has... I may as well give you the synopsis for Sonic 3. Plot is, Robotnik's kind of like told Knuckles, the hedgehog and the fox, they steal emeralds, Knuckles. You need to trust me, even though my face is on the machine which crashed your island. You need to trust me, Knuckles. And Knuckles, for some stupid reason, decides to. Also, I'm just really struggling here. Usually I could just, like, clip through this, but for some reason it didn't want to work today. But yeah, he's just like, you can trust me, Knuckles, all you want. Don't mind the fact that I'm, like... I build mechanical machines and stuff like that, and they're the ones destroying your island. Ignore that, Knuckles. So, Robotnik's lied to Knuckles, he's manipulated him, and he thinks that Sonic and Tails are the bad people. And us being the righteous heroes that we are, need to set things right and help Knuckles. Because he's a good dude. As stupid as Knuckles is, I love him. I love Knuckles. It's a free one up here, if you need it. I don't need it, so. But, yeah, I love Knuckles. He may be a big, you know, not son of a bitch. He may not all be there, but he's my little red guy, you know, with his little fist nipples. And that's a reference. Want to see how many people get that. Once again, music's going hard, I can't lie. But that's just a Sonic thing, it's a Sonic trait. Especially when we hit adventure, I'm going to have to tape my mouth shut to stop myself from bopping along to escape from the city. Escape from the City is probably one of my favorite stages in a Sonic game. It's just so... I just get such a sense of speed, and even though I'm god-awful at the stage, don't expect much from me, but it's such a great stage, you know? Alright, where am I meant to be going now? This is what I'm saying, some of these, like, I'm looking for 9 more, there they are, 9 more blue spheres, and you gotta really pay attention to where you've going and where you've been. And when everything's starting to look the same, and when the special stages get more and more harder, it really becomes difficult. But I should probably mention that this is going to be the final stage of Sonic 3 and final game of the classic era. Ignore my little jump cut there, some fucker decided to kill me. But can't believe we've done it. Can't believe we've made it all the way through the original Sonic games. It's like the end of an era. Because it is an end of an era, now that I think about it. Yeah, those sons of bitches. Literally what happened there just happened again. Except this time those fucking piranha plant things didn't... Piranha plants? Jesus Christ. Those piranha fish didn't, you know, actually get to me this time. But as a kid, I hated this zone. I hated this zone. You see why in Act 2, but... Well, I'll explain in Act 2 when we get there. But, my god. That's a theme that a lot of the classic Sonic games have. First zone, great. Second zone, get me the fuck out of here. So with this boss, as you'll notice, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, as I jump, if you press, for me it's X again, like, because I'm on the PS5. If you press X twice, Sonic will do a insta-shield move, and that makes him impervious to attacks. So you can jump up, just about to get hit that, and you'll do damage to them, not the other way around. So as long as it's part of their hitbox, Sonic will do damage to it, and it's really good. But this is the reason why I hated this stage as a kid, was because of this. What's about to happen here? I can't remember if this is in Sonic Mania, but I hated this. The crushing wall? Nah. I'm not as scared of it now as I was as a kid. Yes, I used the word scared because it was a genuine fear. Do you know how many rage quits and game overs I had at this zone in particular? But, yeah, it's pretty easy once you know what you're doing. But, for all intents and purposes, it's not too bad. But looking back as a kid, I was so stupid to not like this zone. Listen to the, just, the jam. It's so good. Da 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 da. Oh, Tails, blocking me again. There's so many twisty turny pipes and everything. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Now these things you actually have to wait for, as I'm doing here. I don't know why I'm talking about that. You guys can use your eyes, but I've never been able to get in there, like ever. It's probably not like a special stage or something. It's probably just like a, you know, extra life or some shit. And now you get to see one of the coolest things in this game. Running on Water Hedgehog backwards. That was the worst composed sentence of my life. Running Hedgehog Water backwards. Yeah. For years I struggled to figure out how to get that shield without Tails. You just need to jump off the wall. Literally, like, just as you pass that point of no return, you need to just jump. Bruh, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this damn control. Well, this is on PS5. As I'm going forward, most of my games are going to be captured on the Xbox, with a couple of exceptions. So, and considering my Xbox control's in tip-top condition, with any luck, I'll have no excuse to fall back on that my Xbox controller is, you know, is fucking me over. And if we head on up here, we can get our next special stage. I actually thought I needed to get Tails. I thought I needed to have Tails for a very, very long time, to get to that one, but I just need to really time my jump well. You need to be like pixel perfect, because Sonic can't get to it because it's just short of him is like traditional jump, at least in my experience. Knuckles can just climb it. Don't know what the fuck happened here. For some reason I just decided, yeah, you know what, just leave that one. This one is an annoying special stage, I can't lie, but it's not the worst of the bunch. My least favorite from these emeralds is 7. Emerald number 7, as I said, it's just so confusing on its placement. It's very frustrating. But once you get the pattern down of what you're meant to do for this special stage, it's really not that bad. It's pretty solid. I like to just, you know, do all the big ones, do the full lefts, then move over to the rights, going around in that kind of pattern. And before you know it, you would have done most of it, and then all you got then are these ones here. As you saw that, the bumper ones, the bumpers bounce you around, knock you all over the place. They will not eliminate you from the special stage, but they will fuck you over and send your direction all over the place. Look at that, Emerald number 6 in part 1. I know for a fact your eardrums are spared from the supersonic theme for this part, because he's not in this part. However, I can't say the same for the second part, but we'll find out when we get there. Let's head down here. Oh shit, I know that fucking thing. Oh, it's Knuckles! The baby boy. I wish, oh, I do show it here. I thought it was in a different part. This is one of the bonus stages of this game. So, this is just one of 3. You can get, shields from this. Extra lives, shields, all that stuff. So, as you see here, I got a fire shield. I got a 1-up, then I got an electric shield. Now I'm trying to get, an aqua shield, or a water shield. There it is, and, because I'm in a water stage. And we can just leave after that. I'm just gonna tell you right now, considering it's me, it's not gonna make an ounce of difference. This is a little bit of annoying, because of Tails, because I tried using him to my advantage, because you're supposed to be able to jump off of Tails. Now, this isn't anything to do with Tails' AI. Like, I showed it there. I could easily jump off. But it isn't to do with anything of Tails' AI in this game. It's just how the game itself is. Because Origins... Holy shit, Tails. Holy shit, Tails! Go on, boy! See, Tails is putting in the work today. But because the game is so janked, sometimes you'll be pressing, like, to do something, and the game will just not input it. And it's so frustrating because, like, it's not even your fault 9 times out of 10. It's just the Origins Plus. I just cannot fathom how they struggled so hard to make a port of a pixel game from, like, nearly fucking 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago, however long. Anyways, I'll join you all, and you can join me, in part 2 of Sonic 3 and Knuckles.